my Story Worth Telling project. My topic today will be about the dangers in our food that we eat, and I'll be diving a little bit more deeper into the chemicals and additives that are in our food, and especially with seed oils. So before I get into the good stuff, I do want to bring some awareness. I think that it's entirely impossible for us to just entirely cut out processed foods and chemicals, but I do think that it's important that we are aware of what's in our food and what we put in our bodies. I also think that it's great for us to practice moderation. And also, before I do start, I don't want to demonize any foods or anything. I'm just stating my opinion and my beliefs. So let's get started. So what are processed foods, you may ask? So processed foods, they refer to they're food items that are packaged in boxes, cans, or bags. These processed foods often contain many additives, artificial colorings, and other um, man-made chemical ingredients. So here's a reference photo of the most common processed foods you probably have in your pantry, and they sell at the grocery store a lot. So why process, you may ask? I mean, number one, they're pretty cheap, and they're cheaper to produce, which explains a lot. It prevents spoilage, and it does enable availability of food material, which can therefore lead to longer periods of storage. And processed foods are often prepackaged and have very minimal preparation, which is great for many people who are looking to get an easy snack in today's lifestyle. So here's a little deep dive into our processed foods and the chemicals or the additives. So I've compiled a list of common ingredients from a lot of the processed foods that we eat. So high fructose corn syrup, which leads to diabetes, obesity, and liver problems. We have artificial sweeteners, which can again lead to weight gain and diabetes, also metabolic issues. Trans fat, which can raise our bad cholesterol levels, which can therefore lead to heart disease. Sodium nitrite, which is linked to cancer and other many heart problems. Artificial colorings. This can include red 40, yellow 1 lake. I'm sure you are aware with that with the TikTok trends going on. They do cause a lot of hyperactivity and many medical problems, which can include ADHD, especially with children at such a young age. MSG, which can trigger headaches and nausea. Preservatives, which are cancer causing. Refined grains, which can increase our blood pressure and increase diabetes. High sodium, which can also raise our blood pressure and harm our kidneys. Sorry. So I think from the ingredients listed before, that all these ingredients, they share a negative correlation with our health, and I think that's important that we are aware of what we put in our bodies. The overconsumption of these ingredients can lead to the risk of developing many of these chronic health diseases, which we don't want. So just be mindful of that, please. Here's a little chart from the CDC that I researched. This is a little graph of 2 to 5-year-olds, 6 to 11-year-olds, and all ages and teenagers from 1900s to 2018. And as you can see, there's a significant increase on obesity. It's pretty concerning, especially with the teenagers at the highest peak. But if we look at the average, it's still a pretty significant increase, like around a 17 to 15 to 17% increase over the years, which is quite concerning. All right, so I'll be diving a little bit more deeper, and I'll be talking about seed oils, which is very intriguing to me. So seed oils. Seed oils are a type of oil extracted from seeds. This can include soybeans, corn, sunflowers, and grape seeds. Seed oils, before they were invented, they were not considered edible, and in the 1800s, these oils were not used for food, but for machine and engine lubricants. They're used for soaps and lamp oils. It's quite concerning because in today's world, we eat them. And here's a little video I found online on canola oil, on the industrialized process of it. Skip to the end.
Those waxes so they can be filtered out. The waxes don't go to waste either. The factory uses them to produce vegetable shortening.
Yeah, it's pretty concerning. I want nothing to do with that. So before the 1900s, before this, I'm gonna get into this later. Before Crisco was introduced, a lot of our diets in the 1900s was consumed of animal fats. This included beef tallow, butter, and lard, which is pig fat. So yeah, what I said earlier about Crisco. So Crisco was a cotton seed oil company that was first introduced in 1909. They launched their marketing campaign, presenting their products as this new, tasty, healthy cooking oil, quote unquote healthy. So yeah, So everyone went crazy over it because the price was really cheap. It tasted delicious, apparently. And overall, it was just an easy, convenient product. But it was jeopardizing the health of Americans. So despite these health claims of being quote-unquote healthy, these oils, they're high in omega-6 fatty acids, which is known for promoting high inflammation and contributing to chronic diseases. That's a little graph I made. Yes, so vegetable oils, seed oils, whatever you want to call them, they're quite literally in everything, every food we eat. Here's some images I compiled on the web, and I highlighted the oil part, the canola oil, seed oil, soybean. Yeah, it's in quite literally in everything we eat, and I think that's pretty rare that I find a food packaging label without oils in it, which I know some, but are really expensive. So it says a lot about these food industries cheapening our health. And they probably do know that these oils are terrible for us, but they still use them because it's cheap. And at the end of the day, it's a business and they're doing it for the money. So it's quite unfortunate, but some alternative uses to oils. My favorite is beef tallow, which is highly rich in saturated fats and fat-soluble vitamins. They're also rich in nutrients such as vitamin C, D, and E, which is great for our health. Butter, probably the best tasting oil or fat. Butter has a combination of saturated and unsaturated fats. It also supports our gut health and it has just great overall flavor. Olive oil, another classic option. I assume that everyone has this in their pantry. Olive oil is very rich in monosaturated fats, which has a lot of antioxidants, which is known for reducing inflammation and just increasing our health overall. Another great option, coconut oil, very natural. It's composed of saturated fats. It's known for boosting our cholesterol, which is great, and it has a lot of properties that are antimicrobial. Am I saying that? Microbial. And last but not least, my favorite, avocado oils, which are high in monosaturated fats, and just overall supports our heart health, which is great. All right, with that being said, guys, it's great talking to you guys. I'll see you at Publix.
We are here today at Johns Creek Publix. The boy's feeling a little hungry, but I was looking at some chips, but yeah, we want to stay away from these vegetable oil, canola, corn, soybean. Nice. Second ingredient, we have vegetable oil, dextrose, some artificial sweeteners, some gums. You don't want this. You don't want none of this. Especially this. You do not want this. And this. Whatever this is. Yeah, we don't want none of this. Ingredients. Blue One Lake, corn flour, vegetable oil, citric acid, soybean oil. Of course, the infamous Red 40 Lake. Highly illegal food coloring in most states out of the US. We don't want these. So we do have one good choice here. These are a little bit expensive, $4.29 for high inflation economy going on, but some avocado oil. You can see the ingredients, just straight up potatoes, avocado, just vinegar powder, sea salt, which I like to see, so we can make better at home. Better chips. So today I'll be showing you guys how to make potato chips at home. Let's go. We got a lot of options here, great choices of protein and vitamins. So many nutrient-dense options here, but it's a little snack for later. 100% grass-fed beef. Yes, need all of it. A little light snack. Let's go.
Got a little late night snack section, but we're at the oil section and a lot of options. So we want to stay away from these, the highly saturated or artificially colored seed oils. Yes, we want to stay away from these. Highly processed and industrialized. I'm going to go with the more natural options. We go for olive oil, some avocado oil, and of course coconut oil. Great option. Natural seeds of coconuts. Or we got ghee too. It's a great option for great flavor and great smokiness. But let's go with avocado oil. Let's get some perfect pure avocados. Then let's get some sea salt for potato chips. Some natural salt. Let's get some potatoes. Some good classic natural potatoes from the soil of earth. Get these bad boys. Those are earthy. Let's get out of here. Alright guys, we got all the goodies. We go check out and I'll see you at home.
A few moments later.
We're home right now. We just got the potatoes. We got the oils. Let's make some potato chips. So we got the russet potatoes here. Let's make some potato chips. So first I'll be finely slicing them. This. Alright, we boiled some water here. So we want to lightly boil these potato chips, or these potatoes. Lightly cook them and get the starches off for 2 to 3 minutes. Alright, we have slightly boiled them for 2 to 3 minutes. Let's drain the potatoes. Alright, and then we will dry the potatoes. Some nice paper towels. Oh, you want to be careful here. I broke them, so. Alright, we have the potato chips, air fryers. We will air fry them. 5 seconds, let's do 400 degrees. 400 degrees. This one. 400 degrees. Around 10 minutes, so see you in 10 to 15 minutes, guys. Alright guys, it has been approximately 15 minutes and we have the final result here. This is a 3-ingredient potato chips. We have potatoes, salt, and olive oil. That's all you need. No other chemicals, no other additives. But the most important question, is it tasty? Is it like the real deal? The moment of truth. The moment of truth. So it's got some nice brownie, it's got some nice crisp to it. Alright, let's get a bite. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that crunch? Y'all hear that crunch? Think it's a success? Delicious.